Ba weep, grana weep, ninny bong, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream. I'm Engineer Hoist. It is good to see you guys. Oh my goodness, there was a lot of chatting going on while we were waiting for the stream to get started. I love seeing you guys doing all of that chatting, and I am not at all going to be able to say hi to everybody. I will try my best. I see G1 Red Alert in here. 55R is in here. Oh my goodness, Spitfire. I saw Wreck and Rule in here early. Jonathan Carrillo, Big D showed up. Cameron Moore, Gamer Kid, XYT. Oh, I got a long ways to scroll back there. Let's see, Jenny Maynard I'm seeing there. Dylan Tudor, Son of a Thingy. TF God, Transformers God, and Sharksy was in here. Chris Dodd, and a lot of good chat. You guys obviously saw the thumbnail, so yes, kind of spoiled the new bots there with the thumbnail, but I figured that was okay to go. And I saw some chat also talking about Dion. Would he possibly come into the game? Well, Optimus's friend from back in the day in the War Dawn episode. He's really cool, but he's kind of obscure. I'm not sure if we'd be seeing him showing up. And there was some discussion about who is he dead, or was he remade into Ultra Magnus? I've even heard Ironhide or something. The jury's still out. There's no canon that I'm aware of that says he was one thing or another, so he is presumed dead, you know. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to the news. Oh, by the way, I do have some crystals. They actually gave it to us in shards, so we can choose either Autobot or Decepticon premium crystals. Probably going to use them all on Autobots because we're going to try for her again. So let's go ahead and get to the news. Ba weep, grana weep, nitty bong. A brand new saga featuring 2 new and awesome bots starts this weekend. It's titled A Sad Melody. I wonder if that's going to have anything to do with our female human Autobot friend who is named Melody. So that should be interesting to see if that has anything to do with it. I have a feeling it might, just because of the choice of words there. And, you know, if she's sad, I hope she feels better. Let's see. So take part in this weekend's event to get special XP per battle, which is a super XP. This is the highest XP you could possibly get from an event where up to, if you're battling zone 12 or higher, it's like 4 times double basically XP that you can get. And if you happen to complete the new campaign, which I haven't even played it yet, I'm waiting so I can record it, but if you completed that and you got a gold XP core, or if you spent some Shanix from your raid plundering and went and got yourself an XP core, I hope you saved it for this weekend, because that would then give you even more XP on top of it. So this is like the perfect weekend to try out all those brand new XP cores if you happen to have one. But in addition to all of that, you can get up to 3,000 premium shards, 30,000 spark, 1,800 3-star shards, 1,200 4-star shards, and up to 60 Kremzik canisters, each one containing either white, blue, red, or purple Kremziks. Now, I'm hoping for purple Kremziks because, man, I used a purple Kremzik every single raid battle to hack the Thunder Tower and cause huge amounts of damage. Blue would also be very good with the EMP damage. White is excellent as well because it has a glass gas effect. Red just gives extra damage, but I think the others are probably way better for raids anyway. So it is an individual event this weekend, 60 prestiges, and like I said, it's the Super XP. And as with any event, you have to be at least headquarters level 4, tap the event button, and then go choose your appropriate zone and battle and get those battle points. It is a flat battle point weekend again, so it does not matter which zone you battle in. So this is also an excellent weekend to power level your bots, because you're not losing any battle points by choosing a lower zone than you normally would by say power leveling, say zone 9 versus doing a full squad in zone 11 or anything like that. So this is an excellent power leveling weekend. And the prizes, it's 60 points per prestige. And even though it's up to 10 battle points, I figure the average is about 9, so you can count on 6 to 7 battles per prestige. And there's a little picture of the Kremzik canister down there at the bottom. As you progress through, you get some premium shards, then spark, then 3-star shards, then more spark, then 4-star shards, and finally that Kremzik canister. And as we covered earlier, you can get white, purple, blue, or red Kremziks 5 per canister. And just in case anybody was missing out, they did actually release in the newsletter many months ago. I don't even remember how long it is, but I saved the picture of it, and I know that's been floating around 6 or 7 times already in the VIP chat. But here's kind of a breakdown of what it is. It's kind of small. But let's see if I can zoom in a little bit, make it a little bit bigger for you guys. So you can see, even at Zone 1, you don't get any extra points. Then you get an extra 100% for double, 200% for triple, and 300% for super XP. So you can see these are the percents that you're going to get. So it's quite a bit, and the difference gets even better than the higher that you go. As far as the bonus XP, it's a great weekend to be getting your bots leveled. So, is a Prime Core event? Spitfire is asking. No, this is not a Prime Core event. I think it's going to be another 3 or 4 weeks before we get another Prime Core event. Let's see. Okay, so next thing is, here's a little bit of a raid battles update. So obviously we had the raid event this weekend. It was the first time everybody got a chance to go play it, and there was a little bit of a difficulty getting started there on Friday. So because of that, they've actually gone and put out compensation for anybody. Everybody can claim this link. There is a link on the Transformers Earth Wars Facebook page, and I also included a link in the description. If you guys got here early and you checked the description, it wasn't there. I added it a little bit after I put the preview up, but it's in there now. It's good through Monday, December 10th. If you haven't claimed it already, go there, claim it. You got to shut your game completely down first, just like any other loot link. And then you click on that, and when you come back in the game, it will give you 1,000 Shanix, 200 5-star shards. That's more than a duplicate 4-star, guys. So that's a pretty big deal. And it also gets you 200 fuel cells, and it goes into your inventory so you can save it for this weekend to take even more advantage of all of that XP. So I think that's very, very kind of them to do. They really didn't have to do that, but that's just tells you what kind of great people they got over there at Space Ape. So, does the description say? Oh, did I type 100? But yes, it's 1,000. I'll have to fix that after the stream. But it is definitely 1,000. I claimed the link, and it's 1,000. So and there it is too. They've put a bit.ly link in the newsletter. So if you get the newsletter, you had that link there too. So you probably already got it. Shanix, for anybody who's not sure, Matt Fabian is asking the question. That's a new currency that can be used in the Shanix store. It came out with the raids, and there will be additional raids coming during the week, not on a weekend. There may still be some on the weekend occasionally, but it's mostly going to be a new middle of the week type of an event. And in that store you can buy things such as Combiner Spark, Ore 13, XP Power Cores, Power Core chips, or if you really save, a 5-star Optimus Primal or Beast Wars Megatron. Me personally, I'm saving for the monkey. Okay, so or if I was a Decepticon, I'd be saving for the T-Rex. But yeah, see, it says right here, feel free to share the link with your Alliance friends, everybody. So I am sharing it with all of you, my friends, right here on the stream. It's in the description. Just ignore the fact that apparently I put a typo and said it's 100 Shanix. It's actually 1,000. Thanks for the heads up there. I think it was Sharksy who said so. But yeah, so they are working on some bugs. I think they plan to have the midweek raid battles a little bit sooner than what they're going to be, but because of some additional bugs that they ended up finding, it's going to be delayed just a little bit. Not too long though. I believe they're targeting maybe 2 weeks from now. I think they were initially going to try to start it next week, but I think it might be a week after. 18th is what I think I heard, and if it's not by then, it'll be sometime in the new year. So let's see. And yeah, once they have more details, they'll let you know. So, new bots in progress. We saw them. Goldfire and Ramjet. And now you guys are probably like, Goldfire? Who is Goldfire? Isn't that like Gold Bug? Well, first of all, he's not a bug. He's actually some Camaro type of a vehicle, and also it's a callback to the actual toy, and we can take a little bit closer look at him. I don't have the little other camera set up, but I got him right here, and the name on the package of this toy was Goldfire, and so we'll go ahead and read the description. We'll talk a little bit more about this once we get through the rest of the news. So it says Goldfire is the rebuilt version of Bumblebee. In this form, he feels a lot more confident. This newly acquired confidence guided our design for the Transformers Earth Wars. We found inspiration in the Generations IDW Deluxe line, which I just showed you, with its two-colored design and the streamlined racing design of the vehicle form. Both forms feel like an upgrade from the classic Bumblebee appearance. Goldfire's class and design choices were also informed by these upgrades, but more on that next week. And so here's a little bit of a closer look at that paint over. We can zoom in a little bit. I think you can see where I got the image for the thumbnail there. And there's his back and a little bit of the side view of his leg, and there's the vehicle mode. Looks just like the figure, so very cool. Zalana Sap in the stream, one of our non-toxic gamers. Thanks for joining, my friend. We got something for you guys. If you're interested in Dawn of Titans, then there's a new game coming out, Rift of Rygard. We had not a whole lot of content there yet, but go check out Zalan's channel and give him and some of the rest of the non-toxic gamers some love. Okay, so let's talk about the Decepticon the new Decepticon on the block. This is Ramjet. Mid-air collisions are Ramjet's specialty and pretty much his only tactic, but he's equally likely to hurl himself headlong into battle one-on-one in robot mode, driving through anything and anyone in his way. Hence the famous Conehead, the first ever in Transformers Earth Wars, and the slender jet fighter design. Ramjet was designed to move fast and hit hard, but will his metallic body resist the shock? So, and again, we've got a little bit of a closer look at Ramjet and that jet mode. Now, I know some people have said, isn't Ramjet one of those guys who wears his wings on his legs? And yes, indeed, he is. I have a feeling that the positioning of his wings is due to kind of a mold reuse, and and you know, honestly, it actually looks pretty good. And they always kind of looked weird with them on their legs, but I have no problem with them being where they are, because I still think it looks really good, even if it's not 100% faithful to the original design of the character. Okay, so we got a few bug fixes to talk about. There was a issue with Starsaber and Death Source early in the weekend, where when you used their ability when they landed, it didn't do the full area of effect ability. So like the buildings on the far side of where he stopped didn't get affected, but I think they actually fixed that pretty quick, because by the time I started using him, I didn't see the problem. So I think they managed to fix that pretty darn quick. Let's see, the next one was Huffer and Lockdown. They were supposed to get a buff, and apparently they did, but what happened is it caused a side effect where I think it it accidentally buffed the headquarters point defense beams, and that wasn't an intended effect, so they had to roll that buff back a little bit, and they're going to end up fixing that a little bit and then get that buff back out to Huffer and Lockdown. How many times can I say buff in like 2 minutes without just repeating it over and over? So, okay, and apparently they found another issue with Skylynx and Blitzwing attacking Headquarters 16, where their abilities, they're supposed to stack, and apparently there are some situations where that's not happening, so they're looking into that. And then, as always, we finish up the news with a reminder to check out the Transformers Earth Wars official live stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. Universal Time, which is noon Eastern Time, and you guys can figure out your time zones from there. Most of you, I see in the chat already on those streams, so you guys know what time it is. Tomorrow they're going to have Nathan Webb joining as a special guest, so it looks like we're going to be having some drawings. Nathan always does. It's always great to see Nathan on the stream, and of course Deb, Giannis, Fabian, and Hyro will also be there to talk about the new bots in the event. So very cool. As usual, I try to make it. I can't always make it just due to my work schedule, but I try to schedule my lunch break where I can actually join in with you guys there in the chat. So we'll see how it works out tomorrow. I think I'll be able to make it. And you know, before we get out of here, we got a couple of collection photos. These are from Luke Bartel. He shared them in the Discord server. We didn't get to them last week, but I gotta zoom these in. So he's got some Studio Series figures here. He's got Brawl, Megatron, Ratchet, and that Leader Class Grimlock, which is an outstanding figure. Actually, they're all very good. Ratchet's not a big deal because he's pretty much just the same figure as what came out with the previous movie lines, but that Megatron's an excellent figure. Brawl is really good, although he is a little complicated to transform, and it's unfortunate that his turret doesn't turn, but otherwise, that's pretty cool. Luke Bartel is in the stream, so good, we're showing off your stuff for you, buddy. And here they are transformed, and so there they are. You can see that Grimlock. Oh, that Grimlock. If you are a fan of Age of Extinction and you like that Grimlock, go get yourself that Grimlock. It is the best Bayformers Grimlock out there. It is fantastic. So very cool that you have that. And he also shared a couple more, and we're looking at the Power of the Primes Dinobots. He's got Grimlock. He's got Swoop. He's got Slug. He's still looking for Sludge and Snarl, and here they are in their Dinobot mode. So thank you very much for sharing, Luke Bartel. All right, so like I said, we'll take a little bit closer look here at Goldfire. Now, see, this guy in the comics, Bumblebee did actually take this form. He never actually changed his name. He still went by Bumblebee, even in his form, and what they did is they called this kind of like a Goldfire plating. It was like an updated armor for him, because he took a lot of damage during one of the battles. I want to say it was Dark Cybertron series, and so he got remade and added some extra shielding, and this really was just a faceplate that he could take off, and it was like a Goldfire plating, but the toy itself was called Goldfire, and that's why he's going to be called Goldfire in the game. And you can see this is totally not at all like the model of Bumblebee in the game now, so this is definitely a new model. Interesting thing about putting this model in is they did indeed create a Nightbeat out of this mold, so that does open up the ability for them to bring in Nightbeat into the game at some point. Now, as far as Ramjet goes, I really don't have a whole lot of Ramjet figures. In fact, this is the only one I have, and it's not an official one. This is an Iron Factory Ramjet. I don't even remember what they called him, but this is a pretty cool little thing. And yes, indeed, you can see he's got the wings on his legs. And I saw some people saying, I thought he was the red one. It got them confused. And can I tell you something? I got these guys confused a lot myself. But so you got the red one here, that's Thrust. The way that I started to remember is he's got the thrusters on his wings. So Thrust has the thrusters. And then you got Ramjet. And then you've also got Dirge. He's another one of the guys with the wings on his legs. So I don't know how you can remember the names between these guys, but Thrust should be easy because he has the thrusters on his wings. All right, so let's get to the games because we got some crystals to crack, my friends. So you can see here we've got 40,000 premium crystal shards. I'm going to go ahead and grab... Oh, I didn't mean to use it now. Let's go back over here and grab a few more. I probably could have grabbed these sooner. I didn't think about it. Wasting time just grabbing crystals. But we'll grab a few and see what we can get. If we get lucky, then maybe we'll swap over to the Decepticon side and get some Decepticon crystals. What do you think about that? See, Monkey Man saying in G1, Bumblebee changed in the episode Return of Optimus Prime. Bumblebee, Blur, Cup, Wheelie, and Steeljaw got damaged by Superion. So yeah, Bumblebee got damaged pretty bad, so he had to be remade. And Optimus Prime renamed him Goldbug, and everybody's like, it's like, okay. It's like, why couldn't he just be named Bumblebee or whatever? So, oh, and they also gave us like 10 Guardian Crystals, so chance for 3, 4, or 5-star shards. So let's go ahead and crack these open. 55-star shards, that's a pretty nice open. I think we're gonna go open some premiums now. Got an Inferno. David Tinsley's coming in here. He's saying all of his were duplicates. That's pretty much how all of my VIP crystal crackings tend to go too. Except for when we first started getting the Decepticons. Then I started getting I did fill out my Decepticon roster pretty good. There's a 3-star Wheeljack, so that's pretty cool. There's a big old Skylinks. What do we think the skills will have on the new bot, Skylinks 54 asks? That's an interesting question because they've got a flyer with Ramjet and a ground bot with Bumblebee. So it would be interesting because normally they release 2 flyers or 2 ground bots, so they have a similar ability. So it's interesting to find out what kind of ability, or is this going to be a return to having different abilities from bot to con? It'd be interesting because I know they tried to go away from that because that caused some problems with people saying, hey, it's not fair to have all that, even though they're going to come back and be even. So it'd be interesting to see how they could, if they are indeed going to have the same ability, how they would manage that with one being a jet and the other being a car. So, and what kind of what kind of attack are they going to do? Big Bronze Rim saying likely not gunners. Yeah, that would be interesting to see what kind of battle style they are. I'm thinking probably not melee. And I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that Goldfire is going to be a scout class because Bumblebee's already a scout class, and I don't think they're going to redo that again. You know what I'm saying? 54-star Shards is a pretty nice pull. Another 25 5-star Shards, so that's 75 we got out of this little VIP gift. Another 50, wow! And then 54-star Shards to finish off. Wow, that was 125 5-star Shards out of those 10 crystals. That's crazy. Of course, that means I'm going to get nothing but dupes out of these premiums. But that's all right. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Barry Allen's in the stream. Lugnut, thanks for stopping by, Flash. Lugnut's mace is best if you're using him on defense, as far as the power core. Yeah, because it's similar to the G1 Optimus Prime core, where it's gives him like a shield below 40% or something, and increased damage if I'm not mistaken. Grand Galvatron's in the stream saying my plush screen will probably be on the live stream tomorrow. Oh, really? You sent that in? Oh, that'd be cool. I can't wait to see that. Sparkletron's asking, what do we think of a female Transformer named Yellow Jacket with the same mode design like Bumblebee? That sounds interesting. I'd probably rather see, we have enough remolds and stuff like that. So as long as there's a small change, I think that would be, pretty cool. Denny's Creek's asking, did we finish the event? Now, we got to about 300,000. And where we really started picking up points was about halfway through Saturday. I was like, you know, I think we need to start hitting that level 10 base. So I started hitting that and found that, yes, indeed, that's where the points are. Out of that 300,000, at least half of that was just from getting about halfway through Polyhex 10. And the rest of them, we finished pretty much, I think, everything up to level 6. There may have been a sliver of life left on the one level 6 base. But we completed all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and most of 6. But I thought we did pretty good. Jeremy Plays is saying, after all those crystals I cracked on Sunday, he got my rust dust. Oh. Well, congrats to you, Jeremy Plays, on getting that rust dust. We'll find her eventually. We'll find her eventually. I'm not expecting a whole lot of getting her out of here because, like I said earlier. Oh my goodness! Wait a second! Wait a second! We've got a 4-star. We've got a 4-star. Oh, it's Ratchet. But hey, you know that's cool. So that fills it out. I now have all of the 3 4-star healers. It wasn't rust dust like we wanted, but still, this is the first time I got a 4-star. Even duplicate. I never even got a duplicate 4-star out of any of these VIP crystals. So very cool that we got a new 4-star bot out of the VIP crystals. I'm very happy about that, to be honest with you. I would have been happy with anybody. If this was Sea Spray, I would have been happy getting a 4-star out of these crystals. So, but yeah, I'm actually very happy seeing Ratchet. So now I've got all 4-star healers there. And that actually got us only about halfway through the crystals, too. We still don't have Rust Dust. So I'm still going with the Autobot crystals. Very cool. Monkey Man channeling Transformers Prime saying, Ratchet, I needed that! Oh, I loved the Ratchet character in Transformers Prime. He was one of my favorite. I've probably said it before, but I'll say it again. I think my favorite line from that series, probably any Transformers series, was when Ratchet was trying to call Agent Fowler, and he got his voicemail, and he says, "Ugh, I hate talking to machines," which is funny because they're machines. Get it? So yeah, I thought that was funny. So, you know, but thanks for the reminder there. Who was that? Monkey Man? Yeah, Jeremy Plays almost died, said I almost died. I thought it was going to be Rust Dust. Man, I thought it was going to be Rust Dust too. I would have been like, oh, this is going to be so perfect. But it was Ratchet. But I'm still happy that it was Ratchet, because I honestly, I had no expectations other than a train of 2-star duplicates here. You know, it's like Dupe City over here at the Hoist house anymore. So can't say that anymore, at least not tonight, right? Last Cyan saying, I did mention a lot of people get 4 stars in premiums. Yeah, there you go. We got proof right here on the stream. We got a 4-star on out of a premium. By the way, I don't know if you've been lucky enough since they added the free crystals, or since they upgraded the free crystals. You can actually, as a prize out of the free crystal, get 1,000 premium shards, which is enough for a premium crystal. So out of a free crystal, you could get a premium crystal, which could then turn into a 4-star bot. So the you know, we've always said there's no way you can get a 4-star out of a free crystal, but you've got to have some pretty darn good odds. You got to pull the 1,000 premium crystals and then get a 4-star bot from that premium crystal, and then you would indeed have a free 4-star bot. So as we pull a 3-star drift. And it is possible to get a 4-star out of one premium crystal. Oh my goodness, look at that! That's a duplicate 4-star star. That's the second 4-star out of these bundles. I mean, this is a duplicate, but I'll take those 5-star shards and 2,500 combiner spark. And you know, I think I could use that anti-air laser core too. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. And we still got 10 more to get. What 4 stars do I not have? Oh, I got a fair amount. I'd probably 10 or 11, I think. Where am I at for a 5-star? 4,300 out of 5,000. So I'm getting closer and closer. I'll tell you what, those Guardian crystals giving me the 125 right there a little bit ago, plus also the 200 from the that loot link. That was pretty big for getting me close. And let's see, I think I had a duplicate Inferno from Sunday, plus then this Snarl here. So they're kind of adding up. So it might not be too much longer, and we'll be getting a new 5-star over here. And then the question is going to be, which one do I open? Used to be easy, you just get the one that's there, but now I can get any of them. Do I go back and try to get Grimlock or Gnaw or Hot Rod? Or do I go try to get Optimus Prime, or go maybe try to get Jazz, or do I go out of this current batch and try to get Elita 1 or Blaster Sludge? My thoughts right now, I'm leaning towards the current batch because I think a 5-star Elita 1 would be amazing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab this 3-star crystal on the Decepticon side because I've got all the 3 stars I could possibly get out of the Autobots. Let's go ahead and crack that 3-star crystal now. That is a duplicate off-road. Gives us some 4-star shards, so that's cool. Long way from a 4-star crystal. We just cracked that the other night, so that's okay. See, Sparkatron was saying Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Honestly, you know what I liked best about that little scene there in Transformers Prime when Soundwave did actually speak and say that? First of all, it was Frank Welker with his Dr. Claw voice without the auto-tune, which I thought was great. And then I loved the little smile face emoji he put on his face TV thing that he had, just kind of trolling the Autobots. So that was pretty great. So Transformers Prime is such a great series, guys. It'll be hard to top that. Speaking of Sea Spray, there's a 3-star Sea Spray there. Luke Bartel, why don't you save those photos? We'll catch them next week. You can send them now if you want, but we'll check those out next week. We got a dust up there. Big Bronze Rim saying go current batch. Oh yeah. I think Sludge would be pretty amazing as a 5-star bot. Again, a 5-star. Even though I just got the 4-star Ratchet, the 5-star Ratchet I think would be good. Prowl is a great gunner. I think having him at 5-star would be pretty amazing. And even Blaster. I haven't used Blaster much. I've had my 3-star Blaster maxed out at 40 for probably a year now, so I haven't even used him since the buff. But I hear he's pretty awesome now. And that's the last premium crystal. Gives us a duplicate Sea Spray. So not a bad haul, if I have to say so. Pulling that 4-star Ratchet, I think, was actually quite a lovely surprise. I'll tell you, Trios Theory showing up. You just missed all the excitement, my friend. Just finished cracking open all those VIP crystals and managed to actually pull 2 4-stars out of that. Got a brand new Ratchet, and we got a duplicate Snarl. So, Barry Allen saying it sounds like I shook off the cold. Mostly. Not 100%. I'm still feeling a little scratchy, still cough a little bit, but I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Thank you, Flash. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. So someone was asking which 4-stars do I still not have. So let's go ahead and go back down there. So here's all the ones I do have. We just got Cosmos out of the lab at level 41. He's turned out to be pretty good in the raids. Not in all situations, but he's pretty useful. Perceptor's actually pretty darn useful. Bumblebee was super useful. Definitely, if you guys haven't seen Alpha Prime's recommendation, I think even Sunstreaker Waza was recommending Bumblebee. I 100% second those recommendations. Bumblebee was on there every time, but he was maxed at 40, which was fine because in the raids you didn't really get a whole lot of XP. But he's in the lab right now leveling up past 40, so we can get him even stronger for the next time. And there's that Ratchet. There's that Ratchet. So I've completed the collection of 4-star healers there finally. And Big Bronze Rim saying, yes, the gold XP core is going to be awesome this weekend. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. So if you've completed the newest campaign and got that gold XP core, definitely, I hope you saved it. Because you definitely want to be working on that this weekend. Now, you can change it from one bot to another, we found out, but it does cost Energon. It's the same cost as it would be to remove a gold core to put that on there, which is 980,000 Energon. Personally, when I go to use it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have it on a single bot, and it's going to stay on that bot the entire 24 hours that it's going to use, and just focus on that one bot to be leveled. I don't plan on moving it one or the other, because I think that's going to be a waste and too much management back in things like that. But you know, if you want to do it, you can. It's just going to be Energon expensive. So let's see. 4 stars that I still need. Slash, of course, because it's fairly new. Warpath, Ultra Magnus. Still can't find that Ultra Magnus. Although, to be honest, I haven't really tried for Ultra Magnus. Tracks, Hotspot, I'd love to have Hotspot. Jetfire, there's that Blaster, Gnaw, Rust Dust, Senchus Magnus, of course, Windblade, Sandstorms, and Sea Spray. And the only 3 stars left are the 2 newest ones who are not available in premium crystals, which are Sandstorm and Slash. Now, interesting thing, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Totally forgot. If I remember, we'll talk about it again. But there's all sorts of interesting things to say. So the next thing I say is going to be interesting no matter what, right? Yeah. So let's go take a look at the Combiner Lab. So now that we've got the Universal Combiner Spark, I had some for Volcanicus, but not enough to update. I had some for Superion, but not enough to update. I had some for Optimus Maximus, not enough to update, and then I had tons for Victorion. They've all combined now to like 434,000. Most of that was Victorion Spark. Now, you can see I can upgrade Volcanicus to 12, I can upgrade Superion to 12, or I can go take my Optimus Maximus up a little bit higher, because he's only at level 8 right now. And, you know, that might be a smart thing to do, because he is pretty useful in the raids, although I didn't use him that much. But he can be pretty useful if you have him at 4 stars. But yeah, I want that Rust Dust. So I'm probably going to be waiting on that Combiner Spark. I don't know. Save it at least for another level 11 for Victorion. So let's see, what do we have here? Let's see. Son of a Thing, he says he's got a 4-star hotspot on his Decepticon account. Yeah, I know. That's kind of funny how that so that didn't show its 4 stars. I just got done showing the 4 stars I was missing. Don Powers, where were you at? Big Bronze Rim saying doesn't even use Ultra Magnus anymore. Right. Spitfire saying over the weekend got a 3 and a 4-star Optimus Prime from Shard Crystals. Wow, 3 and the 4-star? That's crazy. Congrats to you. And a 4-star Skyburst from an Event Shard Premium Crystal, which gave a 3-star Victorion. Congratulations, Spitfire. We're going to go ahead and throw some studio applause for you. So, yeah. But, wow, Alexander was taking notes. He's saying Warpath, Ultra Magnus, Tracks, Slash, Sandstorm, Hotspot, Rust Dust, Sea Spray are the ones I'm missing. Yeah, there's a few more. I think Blaster's in there. Jetfire. So yeah, there's a fair amount. Milky Man wants Braun in the game. Yeah, he's a pretty popular request lately. Yeah, and Party Gamer 21, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if I've seen you around before. If I have, if you've been here, I apologize. But he's saying Optimus, Maximus, and Victorion's 4-star ability are very useful in raids. I know, that's why I want that Rust Dust even more so now. So yeah, Blaster, Nod, Jetfire, right. Let's see. What, are you rewinding the stream? Sparkletron's got a 3-star Volcanicus. Very cool. Wrecking Rule just got his freebies. Excellent, excellent. Big Bronze Rim wants to chase 4-star B now. Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you. I think I may have blown up my raid team already, but you know what? I think I can put it back together. Basically, the way that I did the raids is guard away in research lab. Did I actually put... I didn't realize I had Bumblebee in a outpost. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because he does have the air. Yeah, I think I put him in there temporarily and forgot to change him back out when somebody else came back out. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here. The way that I did the raids is I had one raid squad, and I'm thinking I might want to try to figure out 2 raid squads. That way I can at least get 2 of them in if I have enough raid points or whatever. But I had Optimus Prime. May have been a better choice, but he actually worked out good because he's got the gold G1 Prime Core, so when it gets down to a certain level, he gets that extra shield and extra strong. So that actually helps out. I don't have the 4-star tracks, but the 3-star tracks work just fine. Let's see. I also had... I did change it up a little bit. I had First Aid. I had... I'm not going to be able to choose Bumblebee. Because he's in the lab, but I did have the 4-star B, so I'll go ahead and throw the 3-star B in there just for a placeholder. Let's see, who else did I have on here? I had Sunstreaker because he's a strong gunner. I had 5-star Skyburst because she's a strong gunner, and I had, let's see, pretty sure I had Silverbolt. And occasionally I had Cosmos. Oh wait, no, I had Perceptor. Where is he? I did have Cosmos sometimes, and I also had Perceptor. So that's this is typically what I had for my raid squad. You can see you got hacks and stuns in there. Okay, so you got Bumblebee, Silverbolt, you got Perceptor. Bumblebee is great. Let's see, so... Monkey Man saying Skyburst is a special, not a gunner. Yes, she's classed as a special, but she is a gunner as far as the way that her normal attack works. So, but yes, officially she's a special, but she attacks like a gunner, so that's why I call her a gunner. But occasionally I might swap out Skyburst for additional hacking, like when we had multiple Thunder Towers available, so I'd have Cosmos and Perceptor. I'd set Cosmos on one and Perceptor was taking care of another, and then I had the purple Kremzik on a third one. I was hacking all the towers. So and then I mentioned it last stream, Jugatron in our alliance found that if you've got space cleared to one of those Thunder Towers, every bot is within the range of the Thunder Tower. Even the gunners, who are typically outside the range of a Shock Tower, they're in the range of the Thunder Tower, except this guy. Smokescreen. He will camp out outside the range of the Thunder Tower. So if he's able to be out there and not being hit by one of the acid launchers or a missile launcher or something, he can just sit there and camp out and just pound on the Thunder Tower. So you could even maybe back him up with First Aid or one of his little Metabots or whatever. So Smokescreen, consider Smokescreen. So these are the kind of bots that I used for my raid squad. And what I did was I went and battled with all the raid points with all of my other all of my other squads. Now, some of them, like this one, I didn't use because I got a few of these bots on the raid squad. And even here, I had to swap out Sunstreaker with somebody else. I think I put Alita 1 on here, which actually made this team pretty amazing with Starsaber and Alita. There was one base I went in there, I buffed them with Inferno, then I sent Starsaber and Alita both at the headquarters because they had a lot of stuff right around the headquarters, cleared it out, and the headquarters was gone like that in Zone 12. It was pretty amazing. I'm actually considering putting Alita on here permanently, but what time will tell. Because I don't know if I want to put everybody on a single squad being too powerful. But yeah, so I worked my way through all these different squads. Cosmos is new to this squad, so I can get him some leveling. But I basically just worked through all of my squads except the one to earn raid points. I know I'm going through fast. And then once I got the raid points, I'd go back in here and go raid with these guys. And I did actually spend some coins to cool these guys down to go get in there and get a couple of extra raid battles in. But that's pretty much how I worked the raids. And I know other people probably have different ways of doing it. And, you know, there's no one right way of doing it. It was the first time, really, it was a learning experience for everybody. But that's how I found a fair amount of success. I think I ended up with 93,000 raid points, mostly because I was consistently, I think except for 3 or 4 battles, all of my battles were on Polyhex 10, because I found that was the best place to get points, and I was averaging about 2% per attack. So some of them I ended up getting 3 or 4%. Some of them I got 0.5%, kind of depending on what was around. But I ended up averaging about 2% per Polyhex 10 battle with this squad right here. Again, with some of the variations that I had, occasionally I wouldn't have Smokescreen, I might have Cosmos, or I might have Skyburst in there. Kind of depended on what defenses were there that I was going to be heading towards that I needed. If I needed extra hacking, I'd bring in Cosmos. If I needed extra gunning to stay away from a Thunder Tower, I'd have Smokescreen in there. Or if I was up close on some of the smaller defenses, I had Skyburst in there. So that's kind of what I ended up doing with that. Did not use Starsaber at all. But one of the things, so even though this was what I did with raid, like I said, I'm going to do some thinking, and I think I want to try to have 2 raid squads. And I think that's a way to do it. I know a lot of people were saying, it's like, well, how do I get all my XP bots and then also use them in raids? Easy. Don't. Have 1 or 2 squads dedicated to the raids, and then use your other bots to go level up. I know you're going to sacrifice XP for those raid squads, but I think that's a good strategy to do it if you're not able to manage being able to use bots for getting the raid points and actually doing the raids. Now, as far as the midweek goes, I believe it's going to change, where I don't think there's going to be a grind for the raid cells. I think it will just be able to just go into the raids. I think there's a certain way. If I recall, I think there was something about like you get 8 attempts per midweek raid event. No grinding for the raid cells. Time will tell to see how that goes. I think that would be actually good, a good thing, because actually, now that I think about it, let's go over here, because I actually had this queued up and I almost forgot about it. If you got, a lot of you guys are subscribers, you probably saw this, you probably voted in this poll. So because I was curious, so asked you guys, now that we've had a chance to play the raids and look back at the event, what did you think? Because there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of people being very vocal about how, oh, the raids suck, I hate the raids, it's terrible, don't ever do it again, what were you guys thinking, or whatever. So I put the poll out. I wanted to see what everybody thought, and after this was really about what, day and a half, 2 days worth, we've got 164 votes, and so far we've got, I think that's 35% saying they love the raids, they're very happy to see them. Only 13% said they hate them, and about half of you guys, 48%, no strong feelings. You can take them or leave them. And then I just put a joke out there like, raids? For anybody who hadn't heard about the feature, which meaning they haven't been paying attention to Transformers Earth Wars for the past couple of months. And I'm thinking some of you guys may have just chose that as a joke. But I did want to go and take a look at some of the comments that you guys had. So Fierce Deity Link says he loves it, says Cybertron is cool. There's the Flash, Barry Allen coming in here. He loved it too. Says it adds a different experience. Does definitely give something to do after long weekends of work and power leveling. And they are going to come back, but like we said, they're going to be in the middle of the week there. Last Cyan wasn't a fan. Said it would be fine if not having to grind the energy cells. The problem comes from having to wait 40 minutes to an hour for a cooldown. So even while the raid, got to wait 2 hours before you can participate. Right. So that was one of the biggest complaints, and I'll tend to agree. But like I said, if you have a dedicated raid squad and wasn't using that for the cells, that would be one way of fixing that. But also, I don't think we're going to have to grind for those cells in the midweek. Peter Atwood says no strong feelings. They're fine. All the previous events allowed even lower ranked players to gain more rewards, and triple XP was fine. But getting Crystal Energon and Alloy was pretty much impossible for a lot of players. So says it's very similar to other events. It just felt different. Charles Williams didn't like it. He didn't like the weightings, and 100 fuel cells to do one raid was a little ridiculous. I have to agree, that did seem a little high, and that was definitely a common complaint. If anybody was going to say 100 per raid is definitely not a fan. Skylings54 says epic. I love the raids. Ultra Crusher, there was no strong feelings, but he says they thought they were awesome. So maybe we ought to change your vote there, Ultra Crusher. I'm just kidding. Managed to do 67,000 is very cool. Mike S, no strong feelings, just not a his alliance wasn't his alliance wasn't really participating as well as he would have liked. Transformers Mayhem says the prizes weren't bad, the team's powerful, and say they managed to do pretty good. Ty GH, I think you said that's somebody that we know out here. I'm sorry if I don't remember. Said you didn't like it. Feels like you don't get enough reward for the effort, and more importantly, it takes away time when you could be earning Energon, which in turn slows your game building. So yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that when you did the raids, you didn't get a lot of XP. Now, you didn't get 0, because I went in there with Cosmos fresh out of the lab, and after a couple of raids, he had about 100 XP. Practically nothing, but it wasn't 0. I think one of the things that would be nice to see is each time you hit one of the health bars, it would be nice if maybe you could get a little bit of XP or maybe a little bit of an ability points. I'm not sure if they'll be able to pull something like that off, but it'll be nice to see. Jeremiah Goodrich says no strong feeling, but he liked it because it was a challenge, but the 100 cells was a bit high. The cost of the raid cells was too damn high. Sorry for the little bit of a salty language, but that was kind of a meme. You know, that guy with the weird facial hair. Anyway, you guys probably know what it is. The rent is too high guy. So go check that out. But Record Rule says no strong feelings. Power cell costs, again, there's another one. 100 cells is too high. Chad H, again, 100 cells is too high, didn't like it. 50 is plenty. I agree. I think 50 would be a good way of doing it. Luke Bartel there says pretty good, but it was busy, so didn't get really a chance to play it. Blast Off 77 wasn't too bad, but he didn't really like it. Even though they got 400,000, he said he was bored having to fight battles, first to obtain energy, and then wait for the team to refresh. So again, maybe rethink the strategy a little bit so you can actually get in there with a raid squad. So let's see. I'm not even seeing what's going on with the chat. What are you doing over there, Trios Theory? David Gates is saying no strong feelings, even though got the best points, really couldn't grind as normal. Yeah, I think it was definitely a different experience, and I think that was one of the things that it might need to get used to. Morris Shaw says it felt like it was missing something. Bobby Jenkins says, really? 40% of y'all like it? So he said, really? 40% like it? From what I heard, nobody else liked it. But see, that's exactly why I did the post, because I heard things like that. And So I wanted to see what the real thoughts out there. I don't think it's 40% anymore. It's come down to about 35 now. But that definitely, it's not as much hate out there. It's just the people who were not happy with it are being a little bit more vocal than the people who did really enjoy it. So Big Bronze Rims jumping in here saying he enjoyed it or whatever. And Trios is saying if you're looking to join the Scorched family, you can go check him out online. Join Cons Rodimus there if you're a Decepticon, so definitely go do that. By the way, if you guys haven't gone and checked out Trios Theory, he is our Decepticon Transformers Earth Wars YouTuber, and he does some really good videos, so definitely go check out Trios Theory. I need to get some links set up in my little stream deck so I can share out with you guys. Well, you weren't telling everyone. Well, you know what? I just told everyone for you, my friend. It's no worries. No worries. It's okay. You can. I've said many times before. If you guys want to throw some recruiting in here, not that that's what you were doing. I know somebody was asking you, but if anybody wants to go and shout out their alliance for recruiting purposes or whatever, by all means, go ahead and do it. Just don't spam. That's all. So I wasn't calling you out. I wasn't calling you out. It's totally cool. Let's see. Anonymous has been watching for a long time. Oh look, we are Anonymous is in here. So I've caught the attention of Anonymous. I'm not sure if that's scarier or a little while back. It's probably been a year or two. I was sitting there over on my Facebook page before I started doing YouTube, and I put up some. I was putting up some Transformers pictures or whatever, and then all of a sudden, it gives you notifications of people who like the page, and I got a notification saying Tarn liked the page, or Tarn from the DJD, and I was just like, oh, I don't know what to think about that if I've caught the attention of the Decepticon Justice Division. So, but yeah, no, this is, and I think that was even before Transformers Earth Wars is out. But yeah, it's kind of funny, even though it's just all fiction and stuff like that. It's still pretty cool when you kind of get it in your head and you think about that. That way. Let's see, Barry Allen saying playing China's arena mode. Have to say arena is easier if you want the high-end shop rewards, but raid mode's a lot of fun. Thanks for that. Alex Andrews is asking, have I seen the Flame Toys model kits? I have the Optimus model kit in the other room. I haven't had a chance to put it together yet. And the Starscream model kit is in my stack at Transformers or TF Source, waiting to get shipped to me. So yes, I have seen them, and I think they're amazing, and I can't wait to put it together. Well, I suppose I can wait to put it together because it's been sitting out there for about a week. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually putting that model kit together. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna say it's not my first model kit. I have put one Gundam together, the SD Gundam, but I haven't done much of model kit building. But I'm looking forward to putting that Optimus kit together and that Starscream when it gets here. I'm not sure about a build video because some of those things can be kind of boring. I think if you have the ability to really just kind of riff as you're doing some things, putting things together, I think it can be pretty interesting or whatever. I think I've seen a few actually does some really good videos, build videos, because he manages to be able to talk or whatever. But when I've done builds or even put stickers on, I tried to record a repro labels, kind of like putting the stickers on or whatever, and I just get too focused on what I'm doing, and I shut up. I'm just completely quiet, and you're just gonna be seeing me kind of down. This is what that's basically what a build video would be. Is I'd be sitting down there, you'd be seeing this, you know, and then it'd be, oh yeah, by the way, here's what I just did. Okay. Oh yeah, here's, you know. So I don't see myself doing a build video, but I'll definitely show off the fruits of my labor, so to speak, when I actually get that done. Barry Allen saying raid tip, use breakneck with the G1 with G1 shockwave, turned him into a machine gunner. It's awesome. Oh yeah, because he's got it increases the attack speed. Wow, yes, good tip for the Autobots. There is smokescreen and wheeljack. So yeah, very cool. Monkey Man's asking for a video about the Volcanicus upgrade kit. You know, that's another one that I got a while back and I have not had a chance to put together. But I'll definitely try to do that. And that's something I think would be best done not live but recorded, because for those times when I'm sitting there. See you later, Sparkletron. Thanks for stopping by. So that way, you know, I can just record myself, and then as I see stuff, I can talk or whatever and do that. But then for those times where I'm sitting there, pull something off camera to get it close to maybe get a screw in or something like that, and being quiet or whatever, I can cut all that stuff out and edit it to a nice tight video. So stuff like that I think probably works best as a pre-recorded video as opposed to something live. As much fun as I think it might be to do live. Plus also, if I'm sitting there focused on doing something like that, I'm not going to be looking at the chat and being able to interact with you guys. I did see one video a while back. Vangelis did that. And by the way, if you guys haven't watched Vangelis, he doesn't put up a lot of videos, but when he does, it's amazing. The editing that guy does, and he's just got that silky smooth voice too, by the way. So go check out Vangelis if you haven't yet. But the dream. But anyway, yeah. So he was doing a sticker or a build video, but he had somebody else there in the room with him monitoring the chat and kind of relaying the questions to him, so that way he could still focus on what he was doing and was still able to interact with the chat through the person with him. And so Red Alert saying it'll take the Perfect Effect kit for the Dreamwave kit. So I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit. I didn't actually get the Dreamwave kit. I have the Perfect Effect kit, and that's what I haven't put on yet. So I didn't get both. I just got the Perfect Effect kit. So sorry to get your hopes up there, Red. So no, I have the Perfect Effect kit, and that's what I intend. That's what I intend to put on. I just haven't put it on yet. I like Perfect Effect, and I'm sure the Dreamwave looks great too. But I went with Perfect Effect, and I'm sure I'll be happy with it. Let's see. David Tinsley's asking, what's the gold bot in front of the Star Saber? This guy right here? We took a look at him a couple of weeks ago. This is the Golden Lagoon Starscream. He is the Combiner Wars. It's the Skydive mold, but with a Starscream head. They actually did that. I think Takara did that, because they had a Ghost Starscream in one of their sets, plus also they did a Shattered Glass Starscream as one of the Collectors Club subscription service. That was like their final mystery figure, was basically this guy in essentially Jetfire colors. So there's this guy, he goes along with this Goldimus Prime over here. We're calling him Gold Scream. And the final Golden Lagoon set with Perceptor, Sea Spray, and Beachcomber, that's actually sitting there in my stack with that Flame Toys Starscream kit. So we'll be getting those guys in. I haven't shipped it yet, so I'm not sure when we'll be getting that. So Treehouse Series taking off. Good. Thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see. Oh, and look, we've hit about an hour, and my voice is getting kind of rough, and I think it's about time to be heading out. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. It's always a great time coming talking Transformers with you guys, and I love the engagement that you guys are doing with the community post. I'm so happy I finally got that tab, so I can actually communicate with you guys in between videos and stuff like that. And thank you so much for actually getting in there and voting, liking, commenting. I really do appreciate it, and everything that you guys say, and I do read every comment, even the spam comments with links to go buy or get free cyber coins. If you ever see any of that stuff, it's just because I haven't found them and deleted it yet. Don't do that, because if there's any way to actually do that, it's called hacking, and you lose your account. Kind of like that sniper guy from the raids, if anybody saw that around the chats this past weekend. But anyway, with that, I think it's time to get on out of here and go get something to drink to soothe my throat. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.